Hey guys, it's Lady O'Bannon coming to you in a different hat that I found in the laundry in the garage from the great state of Texas. I want to do a quick video today before I go to bed. It is a little after midnight here in Texas, and it's been a long day and I really need to sleep. But I did want to talk about why I'm doing these videos. I'm not a certified life coach, I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist. I'm just a regular person who ended up being caught up with who I suspect is a narcissist. I can't officially diagnose anybody, but I know what I know, and I saw what I saw, and I heard what I heard. And if it quacks like a duck and walks like a duck, well, you know the rest of the saying. So the reason why I'm doing these videos is I want to put my face out there. I'm not afraid to tell the truth. I do believe there needs to be an awareness about folks who lack empathy and who engage in a lot of manipulation and eventually abuse. And really, manipulation, in my opinion, is abuse, specifically emotional manipulation. But the thing is that narcs relish in your silence, they relish in your embarrassment, and they relish in your humiliation. They're counting on the fact that a lot of people would be embarrassed to admit that they are in a relationship with this type of person, that they, so to speak, fell for it. And really, you guys, you really shouldn't beat yourself up. These people are really good at presenting a certain image and selling the goods to you. You think you're getting something at at what you think is a great time in your life, but it really ends up being a turning point towards one of the worst times in your life, you see. And what I found is that the narcissist in my life doesn't like when I speak the truth and I'm not quiet. He would rather I be subdued and move on from it, because he's moved on from it. He's not bothered by all the things he said and he's done. He's not bothered by the fact that he essentially abandoned his family in favor of the new shiny toy that caught his interest and gave him all the attention and supply that he was wanting. Now, I will say that at the end of my marriage with this narcissist, I honestly didn't really give a F about how he felt and things like that. I started out having empathy for him. I started having compassion. I wanted to hear his side. I wanted to get his input. But he was never one to really make a decision on his own. He would always defer to me, or he would just take forever, for example, to decide what to eat. And then he would say, oh, well, I'll just get this, or I'll just get what you're having. He didn't want to have any sort of independent thought. And the thing about narcissists is that they don't have a central core identity. They just mimic other people, and they try to integrate themselves in whatever group of people or with whatever person is going to give them the time of day and boost up their ego. Now, when I was going through my divorce proceedings with the narcissist, one of the things that I had leverage on was all these things I knew about the private life of the narcissist, and I had it documented and recorded of what he had done. Now, anytime I presented him with the notion that I know what I know, and I saw what I saw, and I have proof of that, he'd huff and puff and scoff and act like he wasn't bothered, but really and truly he would start to back off and get real paranoid, because they're worried about their image. Their image is everything. That false persona they put forth, that is what carries them through life and allows them to appear normal, even though they're all chaotic inside. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people out there who think that the they're alone in this, and they blame themselves for getting into this type of situation. But rest assured, there's so many people out there just like you who've undergone quite a bit of psychological and emotional and spiritual and sometimes physical abuse from these types of people, because they will stop at almost nothing, if not nothing, to get what they want if they feel entitled to it. If they feel justified in smacking you across the face, so be it. If they feel justified in running up a credit card in your name, so be it. They don't feel any remorse. They don't feel any empathy for you. When you stop feeding into their ego and you stop playing the mind games with them, they'll up the ante, and you'll see that mask slip off completely. And at that point, they'll rage. They'll definitely rage, and that can manifest in various forms. I found any form of it to be quite scary. I did hold my ground, but inside, I was really nervous of what would happen next, because I had dealt such a huge blow to the narcissistic ex-husband's ego. So instead of seeking revenge and waiting for the comeuppance, I want to help people out there and let people know that there's regular folks going through this. When I met this person, I didn't expect to be sitting here almost 10 years later, pondering, what the heck happened. I thought I was going to live my happily ever after, and I had finally met someone that was going to hang with me for life. Well, that ended up not being the case. I got the discard, and I really can't thank him enough. It was the best early Christmas gift that I could have gotten, because when I look back, I honestly feel like I probably would have stayed another several years just trying to break it all down and figure things out. But these types of people don't make any sense. They don't think like you do. They don't feel like you do. And they don't connect with people like you would expect them to. So that's part of what starts the devaluation, the eventual discard, because you're trying to have them meet these expectations for how I don't like to say normal, because I don't want to offend anyone, who isn't neurotypical, but you try to, or you try to get them to see how calling you names and belittling you and devaluing you isn't really respecting you, and it's like talking to a waterfall. You'll be staring right at the waterfall. You can put your arm through the waterfall and it'll just go right through it. It's going to continue flowing, and it's not going to pay you any mind. It's just going to do its thing, and that's exactly what a narcissist does. So guys, I'm not trying to expose the narcissist in my life. I'm really not trying to drag his name through the mud. Facts are facts. The truth is the truth. And, as they say, the truth hurts. And, I'm really not out to get anyone or to make anyone feel bad. I'm just trying to help people who might find themselves stuck in a situation. I tried to reach out to the new supply and explain to her my observations, and she said that she had read up about narcissism. Now, narcissism. I don't really know if she did or not, or to what extent she did. However, she happens to still be with my ex-husband, and now I just, I just gaze and wonder and awe and confusion at how someone could, you know, subject themselves to this when they see and have seen plain as day who this person really is. But, you know, each person has their own journey and she has her own path to travel. I can't really guide her through it. She's going to have to come to the realization herself. Getting back to why I'm doing these videos, you know, I'm not looking to design an e-course or anything like that. Let's say that that's bad. I think it's good that people are putting resources out there. I'm just letting you know that I'm not out here to get money. I'm really out here to just put it out into the universe that narcissists are not people you really want to associate with, and let people know that there's someone out there who's been through it. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I can see my cat here looking at something on the street. I don't know what it is. I don't see any stray dogs. But anyway, good night, guys, and I'll talk to you later.